Hello ladies and gentlemen, and today what we're going to do is show you a little bit of how to actually use one of the channels or add-ons to actually watch movies and TV shows. But believe me, they're all different, so you'll have to actually do a little experimenting on your own. Right now, I'm going to go to my favorite, which is Genesis, and probably the most popular one or one of the best ones out there in my opinion. Let's go to Genesis and let's click right here, Genesis, and let's click OK. There's a lot in Genesis. I'm going to scroll down. We can go to movies, and it's going to give me some movies already set up and categorized. We can go to movies that are in the theater right now. We click OK. What it's doing, it's going out there and looking at the movies that are in theater right now that are available to watch here. I really do want to watch Bridge of Spies. I don't want to say when I've got time to sit down and watch it. I can sit down and watch it, but I've got to have time. Now if I come down to that movie, and if I click on the information button, which is to the lower left corner of the OK button, it's going to give me another menu of some different things we can do. I can go to movie information, click OK, and it's going to tell me a little bit about the movie. I can go to cast, click OK. It'll tell me the cast of people in the movie. If I want to look people up by actors, this gives me a good way to learn how to spell their names. I can use the return key and go back to the main screen. If I use the information key again, I can go to add to my favorites. Suppose I'd like to watch this movie later, but I don't have time to now. Right now I'm looking for something else that I've been wanting to watch. I can click add to my favorites, and you'll notice down here it's saying added to favorites. Let's see how that worked. Let me use the return key. Let's go back. Let's go back to the main screen of Genesis, and right here on Genesis you'll see My Genesis. I come down to My Genesis and hit OK. Favorite movies. Let's go to favorite movies and hit OK. It's going through my movie list. These are a lot of my favorite movies that I've already added here. I can watch these whenever I'd like to. I don't have to search for them now. As you see, I like a lot of the old time movies. Excellent. Nothing like it. But here's the new Bridge of Spies, which we just added. So if I wanted to watch it, all I'd have to do is scroll down to it, over to it, and click OK. That's one easy way. As you're searching for things, you're going to find things that, gee, I'd like to watch that, but I want to watch something else right now. Add it to your favorites and be able to come back at a later date, and all your favorite movies that you're looking for are already there. Let me hit the return key, and let's go back. And yes, it works the same for TV shows also. We can go to TV shows, okay, not channels. You can go by, all these different ones. I like to go by year. Let's go to year. Let's bring up year. Let's scroll all the way down. It starts at year 1966. Let's hit it OK on 1966. It's going to go look at all the most popular TV shows for 1966. Batman, the original one, Star Trek, Dark Shadows, and it just goes on and on and on. Just go to next. The Monkees, okay, this is going to probably be too old for a lot of people to understand some of these, but these were great. Let me just back up one here for a second. Let's go to Rat Patrol. If I hit OK, it doesn't just bring up the season of that year, it brings up every season of the TV show. I can go to season 1, hit OK. Every episode starting from episode 1 all the way down. Episode 32 of season 1. I could also go to season 2. So therefore, I can watch a TV show from episode 1, first year, to the very end of its last playing episode or until its current episode today. And does it use today's TV shows? Absolutely. Let me hit the return key and go back. If I wanted to add, for example, Rat Patrol to my favorites, I would simply use the information key, click on it, and add to favorites. You'll notice down here it'll say added to favorites. It's now in my favorite TV shows for me to watch at a later time. Let me hit the return key, bring us back to this main screen of Genesis. As you can see, there's quite a bit to do. I'm going to go to search. I can look up movies by name. I can look up TV shows by name. I can look up people in movies. And I can look up people in TV. Let's just go to people in movies, and let's say I want to look up John Candy. I'll use the on-screen keyboard, and I can spell his last name C-A-N-D-Y. Now let me make sure you understand. If you spell it wrong, you're not going to find it. You go down here. Sometimes you may need to put the first name in also. Done. Let's see what we get. We got a lot of candies. There's John Candy, for instance, first name. Let me click on the John Candy. What it's going to do now, it's going out on the internet and looking for all the movies that John Candy was in. Now, if I did TV shows, it would find all the TV shows or episodes that John Candy was in also. Spaceballs, Canadian Bacon, Wagons East. Every TV show that John Candy was in will be listed. Not necessarily can you view them all, but they're all going to be here. You may have to find some on another channel or add-on. But most of them you will find. And we're going to go on a little more. And to next again. And we've gotten to the point where this was all of John Candy's movies. Hit the return key, brings me to the last screen. Hit the return key again, back to the once too many times, back to John Candy, but let's just click it once more. And Uncle Buck, great movie. Spaceballs, one of the most favorites out there. John Candy was an amazing comedian. Cool Runnings. So it's that simple. You can do the same type of search with TV shows also, name of actors, and it will bring all kinds of things up. Again, you can hit the information button and you can bring up where it'll tell you about the movie. You can bring it up to, bring up the cast of the movie. Go back one, you can bring it up again and add it to your favorites. And it just makes it a whole lot of fun to watch. We'll be back with another episode of What Happens When You Want to Play a Movie. Thank you.